with you, and I'd like to start by thanking the Congressional Crime Survivors and Justice Caucus for bringing us all together today. It's an honor to be here during National Crime Victims' Rights Week to recognize individuals and organizations who are making a real difference in our community and the lives of victims and survivors all across the country. Today, I'm especially proud to recognize an organization from my home district, Pennsylvania 7th Congressional District, Bloom for Women in the Lehigh Valley. Bloom is receiving the Ed Stout Memorial Award for Outstanding Victim Advocacy, which honors those who go above and beyond to support victims and survivors of crime. Bloom truly embodies that mission, and I've had the pleasure of working with them for a number of years now and seeing the great work that they do and interacting with many of the victims personally at their community events. Their work addresses one of the most difficult and oftentimes under-discussed issues in our communities, which is human trafficking. This is not something that only happens far away or in border communities. It is happening in places right here in the Lehigh Valley and Poconos, which we represent in the Lehigh Valley. And it requires real local solutions. Bloom has stepped up to meet that need. Through their long-term residential program, they provide survivors with a safe place to heal and rebuild their lives. And they understand that recovery doesn't just happen overnight. It takes time, stability, and support. They also focus on helping women regain independence through job training, education, and life skills so that they can move forward with confidence and security. I've had the opportunity again to see this work firsthand, and what stands out the most is their commitment to treating every individual with dignity and compassion. As a father, I have a newborn daughter at home. We want to make sure that all women are protected in our communities and that they have the tools and confidence to break the cycles of abuse and unlock their true freedom. Fortunately, Bloom is leading that charge and supporting those victims and reminding us that we all have a responsibility to protect the vulnerable. That's why I was proud to nominate Bloom for this award, and to the entire team at Bloom for Women, including the staff, volunteers, and the victims themselves that get involved in this work so often after they recover. We want to say thank you for the work that you do every single day. You are changing lives, strengthening our communities, and giving hope to those who need it most. Congratulations again on this well-deserved recognition. We appreciate all the work you're doing back home, and we look forward to seeing you back in the Lehigh Valley. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. It's been great to be here. It's been wonderful to meet Anne and so many that last night at the pizza party. We really had a great time, and this work needs it because this is very, very hard work that would not be possible with an incredible team that I came to Washington with. And I'm grateful to be speaking on their behalf and all of our staff back home. Thank you to the Crime Survivors and Justice Caucus for this incredible honor. On behalf of Bloom, I'm deeply grateful. I'm also deeply grateful to God for his faithfulness, for the miracles we've witnessed, and for the way he continues to lead this work. But truly, this recognition belongs to the women we serve, survivors who have entrusted us with their stories, their healing, and their courage as they rebuild their lives. They are the reason we are all here. At Bloom in the Lehigh Valley of Pennsylvania, we have the privilege of walking alongside survivors every day, providing safe housing, meaningful employment, advocacy, and a clear pathway to freedom. We work across systems with law enforcement, community partners, and agencies to support safe exit from sex trafficking and exploitation, and to invest in prevention so fewer lives are impacted in the first place. For many years, I believe justice for a victim was found in restoration, in rebuilding a life, in moving forward and healing. And for over a decade, that has been the focus of our work. But what we are learning now through advocacy is this: real and lasting change is shaped by those who have experienced injustice. When a survivor's voice is not just heard, but received with those with power, something shifts. When she realizes her lived experience can influence policy and expand freedom for others, she sees that she matters. I've seen it firsthand. The light in her eyes and the strength in her voice. And that kind of justice, being heard, being valued, being part of change, doesn't just restore a life, it fuels it. It strengthens healing and it creates leaders. And yet, we know we can do better. In a time when too many victims' voices are still overlooked or unheard, we have an opportunity and a responsibility to listen differently, to lead differently, and to elevate survivors' voices, not just in moments like this today, but in our policies, our funding decisions, and in the systems we shape. We are people of influence in this room. And that means we don't just talk about change, we create it. So let's ensure that survivors don't just inform the work, but that they lead it too. Because when survivors lead, systems change. And when systems change, lives do too. And that is the kind of justice worth building. Thank you.